Dear students, let us continue our learning the course Automata Theory and Computability. We are in the second session of the module 2. It is the second part of the session 2. The topics which are covered under this session will be the continuation of the Clean's theorem, application of the regular expressions, wherein we are going to learn the conversion from finite state machines to the regular expressions. Myself, Dr. Suresh Adi from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering of Kendra Engineering College, Bantwal, Bangalore. In this session, we build a regular expression from the finite state machine. So we already stated that both the regular expressions and the finite state machine represent a same set of languages. We call them as the regular languages. So if you take the example over here, so here Q1 is the start state. Q1 on A, we can move to Q2. Then we have a self loop on Q2 on B. Then Q2 to Q3, we can move on A. So in this example, so this can be reduced to Q1 to Q2 A, then Q2 to Q2 is B, which may occur any number of time. So we can write it as a B star. Then Q2 to Q3 we can write it as a A. So that is the whole finite state machine can be reduced as A B star A. On getting A B star A, we can move from start state to your final state. So this state, that is the Q2, can be removed. That is, it can be ripped out over here. So now how to do this one, the algorithm for this one. Fine. That is a finite to regular expression, the conversion. Remove any states that are reachable from the start state. If you have any of the states which are not reachable from the start state, you can remove them. If your machine has no accepting states, then you can halt and return the simple expression as a null. That is, if you won't have an accepting state in your machine, the overall result will be null. If the start state M is a part of loop, means if you have any incoming edges to it, then you have to create a new start state, yes, and you have to connect your old start state with this new start state on the epsilon. This new start state will have the no transitions into it. That is, we should ensure that your start state is not part of the loop. That is, it don't have any incoming edges over there. In the same way, the next step is if you have more than one accepting state, then you have to reduce it to one by having one more state called the final state, and all your previous accepting states you need to connect to that state on epsilon. So that is by altering your start state and the final state. You have to do the first initial operation on this one. Then next will be if M has only one state and that itself is your start and the accepting state, then your expression is epsilon. Or else we have to repeat this process. That is, we have to select any intermediate state called the rip state over there, and you have to remove the state and you have to modify the transitions which are going through that state. The labels for the transitions are to be rewritten over there. Then return the regular expression that labels one remaining transition from the start state to the accepting state. That is, to summarize the operations what we need to do. The first step, if we have a start state and that start state has any incoming edges towards it, then you need to create a new start state and you have to connect your previous start state on epsilon. Then the second modification to be done is if you have more than one accepting state, then you have to create a new final state and you have to connect all your previous accepting states to that one on epsilon, and you have to remove them from the accepting state list. Then at the end, if you have the start state and the end state only one state, then the result will be your epsilon. Or else you have to keep on removing the intermediate state until you result in a start state and an end state. While removing the intermediate states, you need to make the necessary transitions changes so that the result remains the same thing. Let us take one such example now. First, in this example, we have the three states over here. The first will be the state 1 is your start state. State 2 is a accepting state. State 3 you can take it as a some intermediate state over here. So now since the state 1 it is in a start state that has an incoming edge from a 3 to 1 as well as 2 to 1. In this case, you need to create one more start state. In this case, that start state is a 4 and we'll connect 1 from 4 on epsilon. This is the first adjustment we have to do. That is, we need to create one more start state and we have to connect it to the previous start state if we have any incoming edge towards that state. Then the next adjustment is, since we have the two accepting states over here, state 1 and the state 2. Since we have the more than one accepting state now, we create one more final state, say state number 5. And we connect your previous accepting states 1 and the 2 on epsilon to the 5. Now 1 and 2 are no longer accepting states. Fine. These are the adjustments what we have done to our finite state machine. Next step. Now let us assume I want to remove 3. Now to remove 3, your previous expression was 2 to 3 on A, then 3 to 3 on A and 3 to 1 on B. So that will be replaced with A star B. That will be replaced with A star B. Then next, I want to remove this 2. To remove this 2 is a part of the loop that is a 1 to 1 in the different way. Fine. So now we have the two edges over here. You can see that 2 to 1 we have the two paths over here. One with B, other will be A star B. First make the union of them. Then next will be from 1 to 2 we have only one path. So that can be written as one path will be AB or the second path will be A star B. So that is from 1 to 1 the root will be AB union means or A star B. Then next 1 to 5 will be A with epsilon. The result will be only the A over there. The result will be A. Now the next case. I want to remove the state 1. So now what is the change I need to make? So that is first will be epsilon, then the next will be 1 to 1. It can appear any number of times, that is AB union of A star B whole star with A or with epsilon. That is A union of epsilon. That is either I can go with the A or the epsilon. So that will be my final resultant regular expression. That is now we are left with only the start state 4 and your accepting state is 5. So now this will be my regular expression. Now the theorem states that every language that can be accepted by some finite state machine can be defined with a regular expression. The proof can be done with the construction. The first one will be if we have the multiple edges from 1 to 2, we can collapse them into 1. That is A union of B. Then the next one, we can add all the rest of the transitions. So like the first case, you can take the 1, then 1 to 4, then 4 to 4, nothing is there. You can add the edge as on a null. Then next one, 4 to 2 we have. Then 2 to 2 we have. If any of the transitions are not there, we can make it as a null. Then the next one will be your standardized algorithm. The standardized algorithm says that we have to remove from the machine M any states that are unreachable from the start state. Then the next one, if the start state is a part of loop, that is, as we stated earlier, if you have any incoming edges to it, then you have to create a new start state and connect the new start state with the machine's old start state on epsilon. Then if there are more than one accepting states, then you have to create one more new accepting state, and you have to connect the previous accepting state to the new accepting state on epsilon, and you remove the old accepting states. And if there is a more than one transitions between the P and the Q, you have to collapse them and you have to make a single transition over there. And if there is no transitions between any of these states, then you can connect them on the null. Null indicates a no transition over there. So now if you look at the algorithm for this one, so now the R dash, I want to connect a root from a P to Q, assume. In this example, let us take, I want to connect the root from 1 to 2 by removing the state number 2. By removing the state number 2, how it will be done? The formula will be your previous root from P to Q, that is from 1 to 3, union of 1 to 2, the state you want to remove, then the 2 to 2 whole star, then the your rip state to the Q. So now in this case, your P will be 1, Q will be 3. Your rip state is a 2. Now I want to remove 2. So how to do that one? Root from 1 to 3, union of root from 1 to rip state is your 2, then root from 2 to 2 whole star, then root from rip state is your 2 to 3. Now to summarize, 1 to 3 is your null, union of root from 1 to 2 is your A, then 2 to 2 is your B, that is B star, then 2 to 3 is your A. So this can be replaced with A, B star, B. So this is how we go for removing the state. Once we are able to learn the removal of the state, then the next one will be used for building the regular expression. Once we left out with one state and that machine has no accepting state, then you have to halt and return that null value over there. Means the total result of that machine will be null. And if you have only one state and that itself will be your final state, then halt and give the result that it is an epsilon. Then we have to repeat this process till you are left with the start state and the accepting state. So what to do? You have to select the rip state and you have to apply the formula R dash of P comma Q will be equal to R of P comma Q union of R of P to rip, R of rip to rip whole star, then R of rip to Q. So this will be repeated till you remove all the states. Once you are left with your start state and the accepting state, whatever the transition you have obtained, that will be your regular expression. That is, the algorithm has the two parts. One will be your standardized, other will be building the regular expression. Right. So where these regular expressions are effectively used, where these regular expressions are effectively used. The regular expression language is a pattern language wherein we can specify the order in which the sequence of numbers may occur. Example, let us take your USA number. What it will be? First, I need to have a digit. Then next, I need to have the 2-character code which represent the college. Then next will be your year of admission. Then next will be your branch. Then the last 3 digits will be your register number. The same thing, that is, we define the pattern over there. In these cases, the regular expressions are more effective over there. In most of the cases where the parity checking will be done, in all these cases where I need to maintain a specific pattern, in all these cases the regular expressions are useful. Like your phone numbers or your email address, in all these cases the regular expressions are beneficial. Then, when we have the same regular languages, why to have the two notations over there? One using by using the finite state machine, other will be by using the regular expressions. Why to have the two notations over there? Sometimes writing the regular expressions are easy. In some scenarios, writing your finite state machine will be easy. Suppose let us take the first example over there. No more than one B means I can have any number of A's. In these cases, writing the expression will be quite simple. That is A star, I can have any number of A's in the beginning. Then at no more than one B means zero number of B, which will be symbolized by epsilon, union of one B, that is B. Then at the end, I can have the any number of E's. So even this will give the a simple expression will give the solution for that language. Or the next one, no two consecutive letters are same. means what? I can get a AB or BA like that. So in case of AB, it may begin with the B or the epsilon, or it may end with the A or the epsilon. Second option, in case of BA repetition, I can have the beginning with the A or the epsilon, or I may end with the B or the epsilon. So this writing the regular expressions are easy in these scenarios. Now let us take the example for the floating point numbers. Now what is this one? 0 or 1 or 2. This represent the digits over there. If I want to represent a floating point number, how it will be? The beginning sign may be optional, that is epsilon, or I can have a plus symbol, or I can have a minus symbol. Then d plus, any number of digits. Then I can have a dot, or I can have the scientific notation. Then again at the end I can have the digits may be present. So now that is a building the regular expression is easy in these scenarios. Now, if I want to go for recognizing the some in specific keywords. So now in this case, what happens? Now I want to recognize a cat. How to recognize that one? If anything other than C, I will stay back at Q naught. Once I get the C, then I should get the A, then I should get the T. Then if we can get anything. That is in these scenarios where a particular pattern need to be keywords are to be identified. In these cases, writing your finite state machine is easy. The example you can continue here: cat, cab, bat. If leaving these things, if any other character comes, I will be there at the Q naught only. Fine. So that is writing the finite state machines are easy in some circumstances, and in some circumstances, writing the regular expressions are easy. Fine. So it's a complete transition diagram for recognizing the cat, cab, and the bat over there. Then the applications of regular expressions. Many programming languages supports your regular expression languages for recognition of the numbers, biological pattern, IP address, XML registers, legal passwords. In all these cases, writing the regular expressions are of highest importance. The materials for this presentation are prepared from the textbook Alan Rich. If you have any doubts on this session, we will continue your discussions in our regular classes. Thank you.